Hello, everybody, and it's that time.
Hello.
It's that time of the month again
Iba-
when we're gonna be
That means
reporting.
something else, but okay.
I know what we're gonna be reporting. Where we're gonna be reporting the news. Hey, so thank you for
Mm.
joining us, everybody. I'm Denmark, and with me are my great friends who, on this side, will be.
This is Jake, always nag-uulat habang nakaupo. And my good friend is...
Yeah. And this is Ron, always the third wheel.
No.
Yeah.
in
Nah, I
this
don't think so.
romance, in this bad
In this.
romance.
Whoa. So just
All
for
right.
today, we're moving to a Thursday because life gets in the way sometimes and we have
Darn
to do
life.
we have to
Ang
do
life
adult
talaga.
Darn.
stuff. so
Adulting.
so we have to move. Hi Dadeline. Thank you for
Hi,
joining us.
Danilyn. Good evening.
So
Hello.
just for this episode, we're gonna be doing it on a Thursday back to back with open game night. So
Mm-mm.
this is gonna be an amazing episode. So last
It's
time I wasn't here, but great job, guys, with your with your news and reports.
we
Awesome.
sorely missed your presence, Daddy Denmark,
Oh.
during that
Uh-uh.
episode. Yeah, it
Thank you
felt
for
like there
working
was
in
no
the
adult
background.
supervision. Correct. There was no
At
adult
all.
supervision during that episode. It felt like the
Oh.
monkeys were let loose from their cages,
Mm-mm.
and if you don't teach monkeys how to operate things like technical things during the show, then monkeys will just, I don't know, eat bananas and climb up trees.
Oh.
And I feel like
No
that's what
adult
happened during the last show.
supervision.
No, but
Yeah.
you did well with all the news, and it was awesome. So today we're gonna be bringing news for the second half of November, and we scoured the net and saw interesting things, and we like to share it with you. So thank you for joining us, and if there are no further ado, guys, are you ready for the news? Let's bring
I'm
them the news.
I've been ready since yesterday, but life got in the way.
Oh, cool. Let's blame life.
Oh.
All right. All right. So we're going to begin with our headlines. Cool. That still works.
we didn't
It's
ruin it.
amazing.
The
Yeah.
monkeys
Welcome
didn't
back.
destroy it.
Welcome back, Denmark. This is how the adults actually do it. Eh.
The
It
Uh-huh.
still works.
professionals do it.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool. So I have great news. I remember we reported this one. One of our local designers, who's Bianca Canosa, she made Arc. I know we featured her on Open Game Night.
Mm-hmm.
We reported her on the news because she had a successful Kickstarter campaign for her Arc. I think
Mm-mm.
she like funded way over like times 100 plus of how much she targeted. So that was really successful.
Mm-mm.
And she's been doing a lot of one shots, a lot of RPGs. And one of her one shots, which is the Magus, it's right here. It's been recognized, okay, by the Giovanni Italia 2021. I hope I read that right. so,
You probably
so,
didn't, but go ahead.
yeah.
Probably did not. Probably butchered the
So,
entire
so
thing.
it receives Giovanni Italia recognition from Carboneri Ludici for the Magus RPG. And I want to share this news because it's amazing that local talent can actually, right, conquer the world stage. And she did it. And this is a testament to her. And not only that, her Arc RPG has been picked up by Hobby Gaming Japan. So they're gonna produce
Mm.
Ooh.
Arc RPG in Japan because Hobby Gaming Japan is the Japanese board game company. I
Yep.
think I think that's the
Mm-mm.
big name there in Japan because I have a Istanbul here, and of course it came from Pegasus Spiel, but it came from Japan and it has that Hobby
They
Japan
do
logo.
the
So
translations of
yeah, I
some
think
games that get imported to
Yeah.
Japan, and I think they
To Japan.
also help in. I don't, do they do English titles also sometimes? I think they
yeah,
do, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they do.
But they
So
do
she
they
got
do the
picked up
other way around
also,
also. They pick up Japanese titles and convert it to English, I think.
right? I think Oink Games is the other one that's popular in Japan. So
Yep.
it's good news, and hopefully for those of you guys who are aspiring, or hopefully you could get inspiration from her, you can visit her page. It's Momatos, momatos.itch.io.
We'll put it in the
Momato
comments
Momato.
later.
How do I
Momato
it?
Momatos.
Have
Same.
you has anybody in the BP team played one of her RPGs? I think you some of you have tried it, right?
I think Ron bought Arc, so
Okay.
Ron's just waiting for it to get here. Not our Ron, but the other Ron.
Mm.
Whoever Ron is
Yeah.
present, the other Ron is automatically the
The
other Ron.
variant, the
Other
The
one.
variant
Mario.
Ron.
so that's our news. So guys, Filipinos are really
I'm
good.
excited. I 100% agree that Filipinos sometimes we just need to get our work out there, right? Sometimes the
Yeah.
problem is we just don't have the ways and the medium for people to find out all the good work that we've been doing here.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that's where the internet really helps, right? I'm sure maybe she flew to Italy. I mean, but I would guess probably not. But they just discovered it through internet
Uh,
things,
I
right?
think one of her
Mm.
producers for Arc submitted the
Correct,
Magus
correct.
one shot to Italy, and they fell in love with it. So that's
Yep,
what
Mm.
yep.
happened.
Yep. And
There you
if you
go.
remember, we reported a while back about I forget his name, but there was a Filipino artist who led the art design of the
Magic.
next Magic set.
Magic.
So
Right.
it's just
Yep.
a matter of getting the right connections for us sometimes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool, cool, cool. So kudos to Bianca. Great
Congrats.
job. Congratulations. And we would like to
Good
say hi to Morgan. Hi, Morgan.
good evening, Morgan. I
Hi,
don't know
Morgan.
what
And of
Boom
course,
Boom Boys
Boom Boom
means.
Boy. And of course,
Is
Roni.
that like a Venga Boys reference?
Ah, hey, Morgan's our resident TikTok master in Variable Play Network, so maybe he has meaning with the boom boom thingy. But hey Morgan, hey, what's up? All right, on to the next news. We had great news with Bianca, but we have to downshift really really hard for our next news, and this is gonna be
Mm.
brought to us by Ron.
Yeah, so TMG has officially posted some news about their. We have already reported on this, diba? That TMG will be
Yes.
closing down its doors, no?
Yep.
But recently, a lot of people have received an email from Michael Mendez, who is the president and the CEO of TMG, announcing that he is working with Cool Stuff Inc.
Mm-hmm.
to distribute his remaining games, the ones that are stuck in the warehouse, ganyan. So he's working hand in hand with Cool Stuff Inc. So guys, if you do have some titles that you've been looking for and
What
older
titles
titles,
are there? What titles are there?
um,
They
like
have a list.
Belfort,
Yep.
yeah, they have a list. Like there's
Mhm.
Belfort
Okay.
Deluxe bundle.
Luna was
You also
there.
have Luna Deluxified. There are a lot of
Crusaders.
Kickstarter versions. Yeah, Crusaders. They both have the retail and also the deluxe Kickstarter edition.
Man.
Yeah, so
So,
guys, if you have like time or if you're looking for these titles, go check out Cool Stuff Inc. Specifically the
TMG.
page of TMG because
Hmm.
they are
Hmm.
also on sale. They're also
There
on
you
sale.
go. So
Yeah.
Heavily
and
So
discounted.
it wasn't Yokohama in Kickstarter of last year,
I
the
Yep.
think it was a
deluxe
few
one,
years back. A few
right?
years
And
back.
now,
The
oh
one
man,
that recently finished, I think last year, was the Duel, the
oh, yeah,
Yokohama
yeah, yeah,
Duel.
yeah, 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 yeah. We reported on that one too, but sad
Yeah.
news.
Oo. Yeah.
TMG.
So yeah. So Michael Mendez is already. He also announced in his email that he's actually not making any more games in the
Yeah.
future.
Right.
So
And I
yun.
also read that he's trying to um, get a few more funds. What else he could scrap from the remaining dice that they produce, but of course, it's
Yeah.
not going to
Yeah.
be enough
Mm-hmm.
for them to start again. So maybe they really got hit
Mm-hmm.
hard by the pandemic thingy,
Yeah. So
or
this
the
is
crisis,
basically liquidation period for
right?
TMG, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I won't see this
So
dragon anymore.
even if you're not looking for a game, why don't we help out a fellow
Right.
designer
That's
and order
true,
some
man.
stuff from Cool
Right.
Stuff Inc. Man, I'm
Oh,
sure you'll find something that fits your taste in board games.
never selling my
TMG,
Orleans again. Ever.
yeah. So TMG
Are they
has an
the
array.
only publisher of Orleans right
No,
now? Is
DLP.
Oh,
DLP
DLP the
from
first
DLP,
Europe.
one.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think from the list, what's probably gonna go out of print is Yokohama. The
Right.
English version is gonna
The
go out of
deluxe
print.
version.
The deluxe
Mhm.
version, Luna, for all the people who are collecting Stefan Feld games, will probably
Yes,
Crusaders.
go.
Crusaders is good too.
Crusaders is also new, and then Belfort. So a lot
Belfort
of
is one of the
games will
oldest. Yeah,
lose publishing support in the short.
Oh.
I mean,
yeah.
some these games eventually, if they're good, they find their way to other publishers. But
It's the vassal law.
it's the Vasilo. You're right. If it's a good game, right, it has
It's
to be
gonna
a
get
good game.
reprinted.
But
Yeah.
sometimes even the mediocre games like Palaces of Carrara is gonna get reprinted soon. That took like forever
Mhm.
before that got
Right.
reprinted. So you
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
when these things are gonna get reprinted again. So, and he was
But
saying this was the last run, right? So
right.
if you want these games, guys, you
Mhm.
better get them.
But it's gonna be cool that you have a TMG game when it's not TMG anymore or there's no more
It's
TMG.
not
I'm
TMG. Yeah, that's true. That's
collectability,
true.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bragging
yeah, yeah.
rights,
To
something like that.
hold on to those games that you have, especially
Part
the
of
deluxe ones.
board gaming history, right?
Morgan has
Because
the
the
right idea. I-shipping cart na
shipping
yan.
cart,
Sabi
right?
niya. I mean,
TMG had good games.
Morgan,
Mm,
PM is key. PM mo ko.
PM.
Ronnie,
Uh,
variable play news does not hold the same opinion as Jake.
Mm, as J.
We
Yeah. Thank you,
That's his
shipping
own
cart. We are in no way
affiliated to
affiliated,
promoting
shipping
or
cart.
paid
sponsored.
by shipping
Yes,
cart.
but baka naman, di ba?
Thanks for
Di
the
ba? Di ba
discount.
pwede yun? Well, sige.
Discounts,
Sige,
right? Right. Why not? We
oh,
get things
Give
from
you
the
exactly.
states,
the
right?
shipping discount.
Exactly.
All right. So thank you for reporting sad news, but
Yeah.
hopefully he
So
could
guys,
find another company that will pick him up and
Si Ronnie,
really
hoy, sabi ni Ronnie.
sorry. So
Oy.
from sad news of a company closing down, Jake is gonna be reporting a company that's gonna be starting soon on Kickstarter.
Am
And
I?
it's
Maybe I'm not.
yes, you
Maybe I
are.
am. Maybe I am. Postmarked Games is this new, as Denmark said, is this new company, and they're going to Kickstarter. Shall I say very soon? They put together a Kickstarter notification campaign, and what this
mm-hmm,
company is trying to do is specialize in print and play games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and
okay.
and if you're familiar with print and play games, those are games that you don't necessarily buy off the shelf. Maybe you can buy the materials for the games. Sorry, the parang the printable
Mm-hmm,
gifts or soft copies of the game. And then you print it on your own. So
mm-hmm,
Postmark Games is into that type of games, and they're gonna go to Kickstarter, and because they're doing that because one, it's more environmental friendly to do
Mm-hmm.
print and play games. I don't know if you guys agree with that,
yeah.
but
Let's
no, I mean
recycled print and play.
I mean, sorry. I mean, obviously that is a great way to save the environment, but really, I guess sometimes there's also limitations to how much you can do with print and play games, right? I
Right.
mean, these
Mm-hmm.
things tend to be simple, but I think it's a great idea. This mission vision of Postmark Games to focus on
Mm-hmm,
print and play games to save the environment. But if you want a bit more kick in your board game components, maybe your bond paper is not up to par. Maybe you just buy
It's
from
gonna be
National Books.
thicker. It's a thicker
When
band
they go to
paper.
Kickstarter, they'll also offer a sort of deluxe version of the games
Mhm.
that they will be printing.
mm,
So it will still be not like TI4 quality mini stick boards. It's probably simpler type of material that they're using. Because again, the
Not
overarching
paper.
goal here is to be not
Not just
paper. We
not
don't
just
know.
mm.
plain paper. Not just plain
Oh, okay,
paper. Thick paper.
thicker paper. Basically, the goal is they still want to offer you, if you want components from them, they'll still offer it, but again with the goal of being a bit more nicer to the
Mhm.
environment.
Right.
So that's Postmark Games. So watch out for that. They have a launch coming out soon. We'll
I
post it
think
on
there's
the
a
on
there's
the
a
chat.
game that you can see. The first game that they're gonna be printing out in Kickstarter. I think it's Voyages. right?
Voyages, yeah, and it looks like there's a map. You don't have it on the screen. We don't have
Yeah,
it
yeah.
on the screen
Mhm.
right now. Do they have a rule set of it right now? They don't.
I
It
wonder.
they could
So, are the games that they will be making are basically
just PNP.
from their own think tank, or are they?
No, I think they're just producers. So far, they're just gonna
All right, all
produce the
right.
games, but their name is Postmark Games. So eventually, I think they're gonna have a bubble of people who's just gonna think of new games and
So, yeah. Because I'm like
AEG it.
thinking of their business model, and like, why would I approach Postmark Games with my idea, thinking matipid ako, or
No, I
Hindi,
think
ako,
they were saying that since it's pandemic, print and play kicked off, just like solo gaming.
mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
now suddenly there's a market for people who love PNP. Although before there are people who love PNP already, but pandemic COVID-19 brought it into the forefront that hey, this is a
Mm-hmm.
viable niche that we can
All right, okay.
we can make something out of. So
Kasi I was like thinking that if the main draw of print and play is that because you print it yourself, you
yeah,
have it immediately, right?
right.
Why would why would I send
but
it how
if
across
you
the
want good
globe?
components,
No, but I get what Ron is saying, and I think
right,
what these
right,
publishers
agreed.
often do, they will offer you both. Like if you
Mm.
invest or buy their product, they'll offer you the PNP, which is basically just a soft copy of the game, right?
Yeah,
And
Hmm.
exactly.
later on you can probably get the deluxe version that you
Soon
bought later down the
it
line.
will
So
have
you can
Mm.
print the
NFTs.
bond paper thing you have right now, and then
So
expect
basically,
sometime down the line you have a good game. Yeah,
they will never like so basically their format is like will forward you soft copy of something. Correct? Di ba parang
I
ganon?
think most
Is that
print and when you say print and play, that's already their domain. A lot of it is soft
yeah,
copy.
exactly.
You can print it on there.
Mm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because like there's a lot of Kickstarter games also offer like print and play to their backers, diba? Like
Yeah.
even before, diba? Even before they actually they send the actual game to you. Parang here's a preview, print and play it on
Mhm.
your
You can try
own.
it out on your own.
Yeah,
Mhm.
check. Thank you for that $1, $1
Donation.
back
Here's your consuelo.
donation. Here's a print and play, diba? See
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
like it, diba? Yeah,
So
so
I think
interesting
that
how Postmark games work.
and I know solo board gamers, a lot of our solo board gamers here locally are joining board game geeks contest of print and play, solo print and
Yeah.
play. So maybe if you have a game that you know is really good and you want it published, maybe you could contact Postmark Games and they
Mhm.
could buy it from you or whatever. At least you know that there is a company that's really targeting print and play design games,
Yeah.
and
Mhm. Mhm.
it might give you an edge on getting picked up over a very bloated crowded board gaming.
Yeah. Because
um
immediately what came into mind was button shy games. I don't know if you're
okay,
familiar
yeah.
with that
Is that
with that.
Sprolopolis, right? That small
Yeah,
wallet
exactly.
side game. Okay.
Um
Mm.
their brand started out with this kasi like people sending in their designs to button shy games, and then eventually, of course, they launched like Kickstarters. Yung Kickstarters nila, it's like 6 games in one, eh, diba? I mean
Right.
one backing.
It
Oh.
fits your
Yeah.
wallet
So
ideally.
yeah, exactly.
That
So their model before was 12 playing cards. That's it. Diba parang naka-fold yung
Mhm.
folding ano pa nga. Yeah. So yun.
So we'll
So
see.
this is
We'll see where
interesting.
this
This
will
is
take
interesting
them.
how Postmark Games will move
Right.
forward with their ano.
And
Interesting.
let's not forget their one of their mantras they were saying is to be more environment friendly. So
Right.
print and
Yeah,
play
exactly.
by concept is going to use less materials, be less harmful on the earth conceptually.
Or more
So
Mhm.
recycled things they're gonna use.
and you still get to enjoy a good game.
Right.
So
Yes.
that's an
So
interesting thing as you mentioned,
for
Ron.
our
Mhm.
environmentalist friends, you might want to support Postmark
We
Games.
need to be all the
I'm sorry. Yes,
environmentalist
we all
people.
have to be aware of the war.
We are
Never.
advocates of
Okay.
environment friendly
So
game.
from that one, guys, I have this news for you guys, and I want to see how you guys will react. So
Oh,
so the
reaction video
strong
ito.
yeah, so the strong National Museum of Play. Do you know that there's a strong National Museum of Play where they induct toys every year,
Question
three toys
number
into a Hall
one.
of Fame?
Where
What?
is this museum?
It's in
Bakit,
the
bakit
US.
may Jolen? Bakit may Jolen?
Unang-una
It's
sa
a
lahat,
toy.
sa
It's a
US.
game. Anyway, wait. This is interesting. So, hey, every year they will have 12 finalists to be inducted to the Strong's National Toy Hall of Fame, and only
Okay.
three will be honored to be placed or will be picked to be placed in the Hall of Fame. So this year there were 12. So
Okay.
American Girl
I think we have
Dolls.
enough. I think we have enough time for you to run down these 12
No, this is gonna be quick.
toys.
American Girl Dolls, Battleship, Billiards. Just so you have an idea what goes into this awards. Cabbage
When you
Patch
say
Kids,
billiards, what toy
billiards
is
like the
this?
game
Is it
billiards.
actual thing? Like pool?
They're gonna
Cool.
carbon freeze the game, put it in
So
Or
our
is it like
museum.
or is this like the thing that gets
that's why I
that
want to
we
report this
play,
news because
di
you
ba,
guys are
nung
gonna
bata
react.
tayo, you just there's a string on the thing and then you
No,
throw it
this is
back
really
and then
billiards, like table pool
Finish the list.
billiards.
Finish mo yung list.
Okay,
Finish mo. Then we
Cabbage
will laugh
Patch
at it
Kids,
after.
Fisher Price corn popper, mahjong, however you want me to say it, Masters of the Universe,
What?
piñata, piñata, Risk, Toy Fire Engine, Settlers of Catan, and Sand. And it says here in the description, sand may be the most universal and oldest toy in the world.
Wait, it's literally sand.
It's
The cons-
literally
the,
sand.
the beach sand, the construction
Right.
material sand.
Educator Maria Montessori has argued that sand is only one substance that the modern child is allowed to handle quite freely. Sand.
Wait. So okay. Of course, we're reporting board game news, but to me, this sounds like it's just trying to capture a broader concept of
Anything
play,
that's
right?
toys or can be considered a
Yeah.
toy will be part. And here are the winners.
Parang
So,
yung heart mo pag pinaglaruan. Oh.
oh, where did that come from?
Anyway,
Okay.
I've been watching too much Ninong Rai. Lahat ng hirit ni Ninong Rai. Pag ganun.
So, I don't think it's Hirit. I think there's something real
Grabe.
coming out from you.
Next episode.
Are we gonna
next
have a news episode where it's just you and telling us about your love life?
Oh, grabe. Not very interesting.
Hugot,
Back,
hugot.
back to the news article.
Okay,
Back to the
fine,
news
fine, fine.
article.
November 4, they drew the awards, and here are the three that went into the National
Drew?
Toy
As in, like,
Hall of
is this
Fame.
random?
I'm sorry. They voted. Sorry, they voted for the National Toy Hall of Fame. Those who made it were American Girl Dolls, Risk, and
Sorry.
Sand.
Sorry si Ronnie sa si Danny. Gusto niyo ng drama, no? Kaya ito yung gusto niyo eh. Gusto niyo telenovela yung episode namin. But anyway, yung
American Girl Dolls, Risk, and Sand were the new inductees into the Hall of
Interesting.
Fame
I will
of
never go to this
plays.
museum.
well, first of all, I don't need to go to a museum to see what sand looks like. um,
I
But,
don't need to read like a short
Sand-
description of what sand is offering me. And
Sand is in the Hall of Fame, guys. Sand is in the Hall of Fame. Also, previous winners had cardboard, as in literally cardboard. They had it
Yeah.
as previous winner. So, anyway, so if you're interested more with the list, just type the Strong National Museum of Play in Google and you can see more of those.
I'm excited.
So we're gonna jump into the
National
next
Museum of
news before the Marites in our group.
Grabe ngayon ko lang nakita sa excited Danilin sa excited Ronnie. Ito pala yung
Excited
ito pala yung version nila ng excitement, man. Sige,
Gusto
for
nila.
for both of you, we'll start thinking about being more open emotionally.
Wait. And finally, Jake, take us home with the headlines. You have something going on with the 2021 Philippines People's Choice
Ihirit sana ako, you have something going on no, sa heart.
top
Diba?
board games. of all time. So Jake,
Di
what was
maiwasan
the
ni Jake
idea?
eh.
What was
Kasi
the
may
heart
heart
behind this?
yung write-up niya eh. May heart yung write-up
I'm
niya,
trying.
guys.
My heart though, my
I'm
heart's right up.
I'm
But
trying to
guys,
steer you into safety, bro. But come on.
let's go back. Let's go back to reporting the news, guys. And this is near and dear to my heart. This
Heart.
particular topic. I am
Bukod sa kanya, this is the
Bukod sa-
nearest.
nearest. No, but we did this last year. If you didn't know, this is the second run of the Philippines People's Choice Top Board Games poll. So it's exactly self-explanatory. We asked Filipinos to submit their favorite games, their top games as a list, and then we put all of that together and we consolidate and come up what entirety the Philippines is thinking, because the Philippines is PBE and PGT. No, just kidding. But we try to get a good idea of what Filipino gamers like in terms of board
Right.
games. Because what we were saying is, when we did this last year, we know in Board Game Geek, Gloomhaven is the best board game in
Right.
Board Game Geek, but maybe Filipinos like something else, and we wanted to find out. Last year we didn't know, and then we eventually found the list. We put together the list, so we're doing that
Was
again.
Gloomhaven on the top 10? I don't think so, right? It wasn't. As I
It
recall.
wasn't. It was
not.
in the top 20, I think.
See?
Gloomhaven. It was less than 30,
Interesting.
lower than 30, within somewhere in that range. So no, because it's very interesting, right? Filipinos have different playing habits. We tend to play with a different game group concept,
Right.
compared to the West, etc. So this was very interesting, and we're doing it again. So we're reporting it in the news because we're doing it again. We're opening the polls, and it's been open for 3-4 days now. And the deadline to submit the games, your list of games, is Monday, November 29. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, you want to participate, share your voice and tell everybody
Vote.
what the best
Vote your
games are.
freaking games. Right.
Yeah, vote.
Vote,
So you won't have
practice
like
voting.
sand. Yeah, you won't have sand.
Yeah, maybe you want to say sand is the best, but sorry, you can't, because we have rules. We have rules we need to follow, and they have to have an entry in Board Game Geek. But the day that there's an entry for sand in Board Game Geek, yes,
Hey,
you can
why
vote.
not?
You can
Right.
vote. So that's it. And both of you guys, have you voted already?
Hey, I have.
voted already.
It's in.
I have
It's
not.
in. I have
I have
15
not
in.
yet.
Oh, so
So
Ron has
I
yet to
hope-
vote.
15 is such a difficult number to limit.
Is it a difficult number because it's too big, or is it because it's so hard to put
I think-
15 games from
I
your
think
big collection?
like
When the
It's
list
like-
becomes smaller, it becomes more difficult.
I think it's the exact number wherein you consider things that are top of mind but
Uh-oh.
are not actually your top 15. Diba?
Really perfect,
Right.
diba? Yeah, and then it's
Yeah.
it's a perfect number. Now, if something falls out of the top 15, it kind of feels bad. When I was putting together my list, yung 16 and
Remember, like-
17 was like, shit, parang ayaw kong i-drop to, pero wala eh. Sinong sisipain ko dun sa top 15? Parang gano'n.
Exactly. It's like kung top 5 parang you're
Dali
looking
lang
at
Best of
eh,
the
no?
best.
five.
Best of the
Oo,
best.
Parang hindi mo isipin yung mga bigla lang pumasok sa isipan na parang hindi, because it's just I played this yesterday or I played this last week.
Oo,
Kaya
nag-enjoy
siguro
ka
siya
lang.
naisip. O, di ba? Kaya ko siguro siya naisip. Pero among my collection, what are the top 15? Di ba?
Right,
Parang
and
ganun.
some games that are really good are not in your collection anymore for various reasons that you have to
Yeah.
sell it or
Hmm.
someone has it in the same group. But
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
interesting to see how it's gonna be shaping up for the second year, because I also want to see what the factor of the pandemic is. Will we see more of
Exactly.
print and plays, solo gaming, or family games? Because it might be like what Ron was saying. It might affect your perception of how do you place your top 15 or how do you vote. So I'm excited to see how this is gonna be, and
Eh,
I'm really excited to see the results.
What I will add to that, Denmark, is you will see more of games and you will also see less of certain games. So it's very interesting because
Yeah.
somebody will have to inevitably drop because of maybe pandemic reasons or whatever.
Right.
So
Mhm.
so we'll see, right?
Especially-
Also-
Yeah.
If you don't want to complain about how the list ended, please vote. your vote, your vote could
Yes.
make a difference because there is
Yes,
a
if you're one
scoring.
of those people who like to complain and didn't vote, then you're come on
Wait,
guys, vote.
say your favorite game. Your favorite game was like overtaken by your least favorite game or your hated game, and you're like, how the hell did that happen? There's a way on how Jake is gonna be scoring this. It's gonna be explained. But if you don't want that to happen, guys, vote. You have like 4 days, 15 games.
Yeah,
If you have 5 minutes,
That's why Denmark voted because he's readying himself. He's
Exactly.
readying himself.
He's pulling up his sleeves and he's ready to go to online
Yeah,
warfare
exactly.
for
It's
his
like
game, man.
he already
hey,
knows his top game
hey,
will not be number
most
one.
I doubt. It might, but I know it's gonna be still in the top 5 or so. We'll
Yeah,
see.
but
We'll see.
yeah,
Another thing
on a
I
more
will add, go on, go muna, Ron, go.
yeah, but on a more serious note, I want to see then the effects. Like for example, a lot of games have been being played online.
Right,
Like,
Yeah.
and that's
yeah,
gonna affect
so
too. BGA,
yeah,
Tabletopia. Right,
exactly. So you won't necessarily have access to these things physically, but since you've already played it online, it might have a
right.
different impact on your
Voting.
gameplay, di ba? Your
Preferences.
Yeah,
voting, yeah, preferences
preferences.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
because
I'm
to
interested.
clear to people, you can vote for a game even if you just played it digitally, as long as there's a physical board game
And
available
there's
in
an
stores,
entry.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And
So
There's an
in
entry in
on Board Game
BGG.
Geek,
Yeah.
on Board Game Geek. So even if you've 100%, 98% played this game online, it's
that's
still
okay.
technically a board game. You
Right.
still played the game technically, so you can vote for it in the list.
Yeah. Or if
Uh,
you want to hype a game that you backed on Kickstarter because you
Right.
spent so much on it,
Right.
go ahead.
you can't, you can't, no, you can't
Ah, you
because it has to
can.
be released. It has to be
Ah,
released.
Oh,
really?
It
boo.
has to be
Anyway,
released.
Boo.
there's always
The
there's always
umpire
next
is
year.
here. The umpire is here to.
There's always next year. There's always next year for that
Last thing
newly
I will add,
released Kickstarter
Denmark,
game.
is if you're not aware, this is not just a poll. This is like a huge community thing coming together because when we release the list eventually, we're gonna do it bit by bit, so you can like
Mm,
kind of follow along and chat
Oh,
with
right.
people.
And the excitement. I remember that. I was like, oh, what's gonna be on the list today?
Correct, correct. So we're
yeah.
not just gonna roll out the list in one go once it's done. We're gonna drum up the excitement
Right.
and
Yeah.
have a good time
Can't wait for
Great.
online.
Jake's new trivias
Yeah,
on game.
trivias and the write-ups on the games that we'll
I
be
don't have,
playing.
I
Pressure
don't
siya,
have new
guys. Ano
trivia.
to?
I,
Ano to niya
I
na
don't, I
pressure
don't have
siya.
new trivia, guys. Ano na, hugot quotes na yung gagawin natin sa post natin yan.
All right. So those are our headlines. And again, we hope that you're also gonna vote. And if you want to see the other headlines that we had reported, you want to read more, you
Mhm.
can just search for the keywords. I think you can derive the keywords out of it. But if you also have new headlines that you want us to report here, just message us or just post it on the variable pay page, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna look into it. That's how Snoopy we are. We look for news everywhere.
Snoopy, guys.
We are a gumshoe detective for news. So those are our headlines, and now we're gonna be going to our next segment, the new board game releases. Cool, great. It's my turn, right?
Yep, it's your turn.
We have Denmark
Uh,
to blame now for
I'm
technical
sorry.
difficulties.
It's been a
Dati
while.
kami lang, it was just our fault.
Anyway, here we go. Ron,
No, it's
care
me.
to
It's me.
care,
Yeah.
care to enlighten us?
All right. So, all Smash Up fans, hear ye, hear ye.
Para
So,
mag-isa,
there'll be
mag-isa lang. Kirye.
Oo nga.
Kirye.
Here.
Yeah, so
Okay. Anyway,
basically Smash Up will be releasing not not four factions, not
not
three,
four, not three.
not even two factions, but one
No.
faction expansion.
Wow,
Mind
such bang for the
blown.
buck.
Guys, if you're familiar with Smash Up expansions, they usually release it with sets of four. They're
Mhm,
major expansions, right? So,
mhm.
but this expansion called Knights of the Round Table is only a one faction
Who's
expansion. Wow.
One faction expansion. Booster box.
Yan. So,
Expansion. Wait, that didn't come
yeah.
out right. But anyway.
But yes, actually, this is more of a um uh collector's edition.
Completionist
I
thing,
suppose. Yeah,
right?
completionist thing because basically it will only be available in conventions.
What?
Oh,
Um,
Really?
sabay
You
pa
can
kami.
yes,
order it online?
but that's the thing. We never believe those people who actually say it's only going to be available in conventions.
Conventions.
Simon.
It's like Because like I'm sure people will be like buying more than just one
Right,
in
selling it, right?
conventions and then reselling it. But yes, so this will be harder to come by. If you are a Smash Up fan, then this is a must-have since it's one of those rare ones. I assume. Not even I don't even know if it's a good faction to mix with your favorite
How
factions. But
how many
go
more
ahead,
do
try
you
to look
need?
for a copy.
How many more?
Yes, Clint, buhay pa ang Smash Up. Believe it or not.
I mean,
We will do a recount of all of the expansions released
how many
because
We
more
I'm
should
do you
do
pretty
a
sure
like
it's
need?
more than 10.
a ranking episode in one of the
Yes,
shows, the smash up
let
things.
us rank all the expansions
Oh,
for
Tier
Marvel will love
everything.
maker,
this
Like for
one.
tier
example,
maker episode.
yeah, let's rank all the Dominion expansions.
Yeah,
Oh my
we'll do
gosh.
that.
Uh,
So that's our newest show. It's gonna be an
thank you.
offshoot of this show.
Uh,
It's
yes,
gonna be hosted by
thank
Ron.
you. See you on Monday. See you on
But
Monday.
what is the perfect? I assume the faction is Knights of the Round Table. So give me your
Yes.
best
No.
combo with Knights of. Who do you want to combo? I mean,
They're
it's Knights.
cavalry. Zombie Knights of the Round Table.
Doesn't dinosaurs work with every
Dinosaur.
faction?
Dinosaur
I
Knights
don't
of
know.
the
I'm
Round
not
Table.
sure.
Parang gusto ko na
Plants.
ninja.
Plants
Ninja
of the
Ninja,
Knights.
Knights.
ninja
Ninja
din
Knights.
actually.
Ninja Knights of the Round Table.
Spartans.
Ninja
Marvel.
Knights of the
Marvel
Round.
of the Night of
O
the
yung
Round Table.
Cowboy Knights of the Round Table.
Oh
Zombie
my
ponies,
gosh.
according to KO.
And that's where
But
the,
yes,
the fun of Smash Up kinda ends. Pagkatapos mong buuin, tapos tumawa-tawa ka na. Tapos, pag
That's
linaro
it.
mo na siya, medyo
Ah,
sakto
we're
naman
gonna play
siya.
this.
Yeah.
pag nilaro mo siya, ay, conflicting
Pangit.
factions pala.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yes,
But
so
hey,
that's one of
but if
the...
you're interested, right? Yes, Clint and
Yes, go
others, they're
ahead.
still smash up. And
Zombie
Go ahead.
ponies.
Go visit a
This is fun.
convention in the US for one faction expansion.
this is
Knights of
one
the Round Table.
of the rarer
Fact-pansion nga.
ones.
Fact-pansion. Fact-pansion. I don't know,
Stop
man.
saying it.
I'm
Okay.
probably saying bad words.
Expansion.
All right.
All
Thank
right,
you,
so that's
Ron.
AEG. AEG Smash
AG
Up.
Smash Up Knights of the Round Table. Next, this is from Rio Grande. We say Grande, but I think it's Rio Grande, right? Rio Grande
Ikaw
Games.
lang. Ako Rio Grande ako ever since.
Oh,
Hindi, joke
sorry,
lang.
Rio
Hindi ko
Grande.
alam. Hindi ko alam.
I'm
Hindi ko alam.
Filipino.
Oo.
Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko
Ay,
alam.
iba-iba tayo pala. Rio Grande ako, Grande.
Grande.
Grande. So pag yung singer, Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. Anyway, Rio Grande Games and PD Games, I think it's gonna be from for the US or from Europe, I forgot which, is gonna be releasing a game called Watch. So, what is this you say? It's set in World War II. You're a
Does it have
Soviet.
betrayal, Denmark?
You know it does not.
Ah,
You're a Soviet watch. You work at a Soviet watch factory, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to smuggle munitions into the front lines by with the pieces that you're gonna be using to fix the watch. Either gonna use it to certain objectives or to get more points by smuggling the pieces out, the ammunitions out. And it works with a rondel. It's worker placement,
mhm.
resource management, and it uses rondel. And you can't see it here, but um, the rondel has safe spaces and there are risky spaces. Obviously, I think risky spaces will give you high rewards as opposed to safe action spots. But yeah, if you're okay with rondel and worker placement type rondel, kind of like Crown of Imara. If you guys have played that one, that will work too. So if this is right up your alley, I like the theme. I don't know
It's
about
a
the bump.
very weird theme. Like, a very specific theme.
It's
A
it says
very
here.
weirdly designed cover. What with those?
And
It
because of the
says,
very specific theme, right? You have to come with
"See,
a very, very specific cover.
you've been sent there to produce gears, which you can sell for money, but you also need those gears to disguise the munitions crates you will smuggle out." So,
See, what a
there's,
very
Mm,
specific role in life.
hey, but
somebody who did this in real life is like
yeah,
jumping for joy.
right. but
TMI,
Probably only
but
one
TMI.
person.
Denmark really
Spy.
loves his history games.
Akala ko
So
he's a
but
spy eh.
but think about it. It's something that breaks the normal traders in the Mediterranean, Marvel, zombies, Cthulhu theme. Something new that you can experience. Although
Oh
it's World
yeah.
War II again, but you're a watchmaker. You're a watchmaker. So
yes,
there you
Haven't you
I
ever
helped.
wished to be a
I helped win the
watchmaker
war.
ever?
No.
Now this game, if you did, it gives you the chance to
No,
be a
I like
watchmaker.
the spy part where you're trying to smuggle things
Yeah,
out.
because we
And
all
it
know how Denmark likes hiding his identity.
so anyway, so that's the game. Watch. All right, now
Wow.
on to Jake for sports.
What am I? I'm gonna
Sports
report
section.
something sporty today. I
Yes,
didn't bring my jersey. Kung alam ko lang eh, nag-rubber shoes sana ako. But
you have
I
sports right
am
here.
Dungeon Bowl is a re-implementation of a game of the same name that came out in 1989. This is coming out of if you're not familiar, this is based on the IP of Dungeon. What is the name of the IP again? Their
Dungeon
main
Bowl.
Blood Bowl,
No,
Blood Bowl
Blood
IP.
Bowl.
Blood
The
Right.
Bowl.
Blood Bowl
All
IP
right.
that comes out of Games Workshop. So Blood Bowl um, is, if you're not familiar, it's a football game that's played in the fantasy world
Warhammer
of
setting, right?
Warhammer setting, and it's played between teams of
Mm,
orcs, humans, elves, and each faction will have like their own special abilities. Like so, elves are like
mm.
nimble and fast. Orcs are like,
They hit hard.
They hit
They
hard. They
injure
make
your.
upak the enemy,
They
etc. Things
make
like that.
upak. Eh.
They make upak the guys on the field, etc. So that's Blood Bowl. And then there's also a
Mhm.
counterpart game released in 1989, which takes these characters and puts them in a dungeon crawl setting, basically. So they're re-releasing this 1989
Mm.
game into Dungeon Bowl, and I guess they didn't go into specifics of what's getting changed in the game, but I guess we are gonna see a lot of the modern rule sets that Games Workshop has been using when
Mhm.
it comes to these kinds of games, because they also re-released a new version of Blood Bowl, I think, less than 5 years ago. They
The
updated
most
that rule
recent
set.
one, right?
So I personally have not played the Blood Bowl games, but
Dude, it's
I've played
fun.
that.
It's really fun.
You have? Okay, so
Yes,
because I was
yes.
gonna say I played the Blood Bowl Team Manager card game, so that's
Play
where
that
I'm
one too.
exposed. It's a really good game. I really love the lore of the game, because it's
Mhm.
sports and it's fantasy. It's like two things I really really like. But
They
but
smash
you
them up together.
smash up, we can't escape smash up. Buhay pa rin si Jacqueline. But anong take it hard?
It's a
Yeah, they take it hard, Kyo. Yung
They
mga
hit
orcs,
hard,
man.
guys. They hit hard.
Yeah, anong take it hard?
it's
Parang
so
Lebron. Parang si Lebron kanina, inaway niya yung fans sa
Fans,
stands
right?
kanina. Oh. Take it hard,
so
sabi ni Lebron.
to clarify, this game is still about football, but they're
It's a
in a
dungeon crawl.
stadium now.
No, it's a dungeon crawl.
No, it's a dungeon
It's a
crawl.
dungeon
Crawl with
crawl.
dungeon crawl rule sets, concepts. You're going around corridors. You're making, again, upak the
All right.
enemy.
Because
in this
I'm
game.
confused. There's still a football on the
Yes, yes.
on
I haven't seen the actual
Apparently,
game. Maybe it's an important part of the dungeon crawl experience.
apparently, the way you settle
Ah.
things honorably in the dungeon bowl world is through football. I think that's why. So whatever you're gonna do,
Is it like
football.
gonna be a Team Fortress thing na parang
It,
you're
what it
dinadala mo yung
reminds
football?
me, no, what
The
it
other
reminds me
side.
when I was reading through the rule set, this is like Wizwar. You know how Wizwar
Okay.
works? Now you're in a
Mm.
dungeon, you're fighting other four players probably, but as opposed to Wizwar that you're just one wizard, you're putting together a team.
Mhm.
All right.
And you know what's
And then
good
they said
here?
there's like 8 schools of magic pa nga, eh. So it's like very
You,
complex rule set.
you know what's good with
Mhm.
Dungeon Bolt for our Pilipintado friends, for our miniature gaming friends? You have figs that you can paint.
Always,
Mhm.
And I
always.
bet they're gonna be looking good because if they're gonna be basing it on this art, hey, some of the figs really look good. Like this iron dwarf here, right in the front. It
Yeah, but I
looks
Yes,
wanna
you
play
can
this.
like
I wanna
cool.
play Dungeon Blood Bowl. So if you played it pala Denmark, baka meron ka palang kopya. Palaro
No,
kami.
I don't. I played it in a hobby store. I mean, in a cafe that actually closed. So sad,
Oh,
but So there you
mm,
go. Dungeon Bolt.
Dungeon Bowl.
All right, cool for Warhammer enthusiast or not, but it's gonna be based in that world. All right, next. I don't know how
Okay,
to intro this one, but if
saksak mo na lang. Sabi nga ni Kyo, take it hard.
take it hard.
if you're a fan of splatter games, if you don't know what they're famous for that very, very Euro-y game that's really colorful and very attractive. Food Chain Magnet.
Really?
Mhm.
Is it colorful? Isn't it
I'm
bland?
being sarcastic.
Ah, okay, okay. I was
But
gonna react to the word very Euro. Is this is Euro like a range now?
no, but because Splatter Games has been known to make those types of games, heavy Euro games, right? So now they're gonna be coming out with this new game. It's called Horseless Carriage, and the setting is it's the dawn of the new age where cars are being invented, automobiles are being invented, and no one knows the rules
Mm,
yet and what to expect. And there's nothing else in the description.
mm.
It's just a box. It says it's pre-order and it's gonna be coming on summer 2022. That's gonna be somewhere around September,
Yep.
October, August, September, October next year. But again, if you're a fan of splatter games, if you like Food Chain Magnate, you might want to look at this and keep an eye on this one because it probably might be
Right up
Euro-y
your alley.
again, right
Right up
Mm.
up
your
your
alley.
alley.
Can't wait for the expansions. It's probably gonna
With the
say like
horse
real,
expansion. No, they're gonna
real
they're
expansion,
Steam.
team
but okay, but
expansion.
thematically,
But
I
wait,
think I
ketchup.
guess this is a car, right? This is the concept. This is that era when we first had cars. I guess that's the concept
Yes,
here.
yes.
Horseless
Mm.
carriage. So
hmm
we're transitioning from Kalesa to finally having cars,
Cars
right?
to steam-driven cars. Yes. Mm, yeah.
So here. Players are cast as aspiring industrialists trying to find out what features the public will value when buying this new expensive and utterly unfamiliar horses carriages. So you're trying to develop tech that
Yeah,
people. It's
yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
smartphone Inc., where you're trying to develop tech, sell it to people, Kanban, something like that. So hey, I've
And,
only played a few
Mm.
heavy euros, so I have no idea into this world. But
and and what people are saying online is, this, you're right. They didn't give any description of the game, pero parang they're taking pre-orders already. So you're sort of just supposed to take it by the brand. Splatter to, guys.
Yeah.
Maganda to
right,
for sure.
it's
So,
Chain
but
magnet to, guys.
kaya nga, and then they've opened pre-orders. If I'm right, Denmark, I think it's
Galing
available
ah.
it is
pre-order
it is.
already.
This is a you can pre-order it. It's 84 euros.
Right. Di ba? Ang galing, no? It's like Splatter
Galing,
84.03
by
galing.
brand itself,
euros.
people are willing, they're confident they can start selling without even showing the game yet. Just the
Food
box.
Fuchin Magnate really did a great
Flexing.
impression on people. So
Splatter Games flexing on their
it's a
food chain
testament,
magnet
Popularity.
right?
prowess.
It's testament to
Yeah.
them. There you go. All right. So from the past, we're now jumping into
Yep.
future with Ron
And
and
space.
going to space.
Lagi naman, 'di ba? Lagi
We're going to
naman.
space,
So,
space, the final frontier.
yeah, so AEG has announced that they will be releasing wormholes.
That's a weird name.
So yeah,
Why
it's
is it weird? It's
I
a
think
typical
Q
sci-fi thing. Ano ka ba?
Nah,
yeah,
it's
it's a
not a board game
Q3
name.
2022 release. So malayo pa guys, but you have time to research on it. But this game is actually designed by Peter McPherson. If you're familiar with
Tiny
Tiny
Towns.
Towns,
Right, there you go.
also by AEG, right? Also by AEG. So in
Ah,
Wormholes, it's more of
wait.
a pick up
So
and
it's not only Declare World now. It's
Huh?
there's a McPherson
There's a
world.
side multiverse in AEG now. Merong ano, kumbaga Earth
It's
1,
not a
Earth
John
2.
Declare world.
So yung Earth 1 is John Declare verse, yung Earth 2
Yes.
is the
It's Peter
McPherson
McPherson.
verse. Uh,
Let's wait for the for the collaboration
the
of
crossover,
ng
yung
wormholes.
Crisis on
Yes.
Infinite Earths ng AEG.
And
Yeah.
I just remember the running joke with Declare. So okay, wormholes is about. Is it pickup and delivery? I
Wormhole is about,
assume.
yes, yes. It's a pickup and delivery game. So obviously the setting is space. Where else can you find wormholes?
On the ground,
Right.
man.
So
I'm gonna
That's why
answer
I
your
told you
question.
this is
wormholes, literally
Yeah,
wormholes.
it's
this
in
is
the
not a
soil.
board game name.
Yeah, so you basically create wormholes to find like shorter connections to deliver your goods faster than any other person. But the catch is
Okay.
other people can also use the wormholes that you create basically. So
Okay.
that's pretty much
May
everything that we
pwedeng
know about
makisakay
wormhole.
sa'yo, ganun basically, sa hard work mo. After bending space and making,
Exactly.
and the,
After bending space, after
Taking up
spending all your
spice.
resources
Your
to find
spice.
and create these wormholes, ayun, gagamitin lang ng ibang
makikisakay lang sila.
tao. Exactly.
I think this was a Gen Con release, a Gen Con announcement, right?
Gen
That's
Con
why
announcement, yes, that is correct.
there wasn't so much info.
Yeah.
Info yet.
So wait, let's wait.
Cool.
Matagal pa. It's third quarter pa of 2022. Wormholes by AEG and designed by Peter McPherson.
Cool.
Exciting.
Cool.
Exciting.
All right. Speaking of different universes, hey, I built that one. Multi universes. There's a new game coming out by Square Enix. Didn't they have? If you guys have seen Full Metal Alchemist, there's like
Sorry,
another
but this
world that
game
they
better
went.
be a prototype.
No, dude, that's
This
it.
picture.
That's it.
Jeez, Louis.
I have to zoom this. What's
Square
happening?
Enix will be
Because it's like,
having. Oops. Ah. Square Enix will be having a um Full Metal Alchemist board game because they're gonna be having their 20th anniversary. So FMA
mm,
is 20 years old, and they're gonna celebrate
oh
It's
it
my
20
god,
years old?
really?
with the
FMA is
Yeah.
board
20
game.
years old?
Uh,
And FMA is in the running for
So
one of the
old.
best animes ever, right? So
we're so
it
old.
is. So it's a co-op game in which you're trying to fight off the homunculi. You're trying to fight off the big bad. All the while you're
Mm,
trying to collect stuff, and you're gonna be playing as some of the famous characters, the Elric brothers,
co-op.
the lieutenant who has a fire alchemist thingy.
Fire Lieutenant.
I forgot his
Fire
name.
lieutenant, the
I forgot
other
his name.
lieutenant.
Metal Brother.
This guy. I forgot this guy. Hey, if anyone in the chat know who this guy is, I forgot his name. And
Si
also this
ano, si
girl who
Mustang.
owns
Mustang ba siya?
Mustang. There you go.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
the lieutenant who owns Black
Small
Hayate.
brother. Small blonde brother.
Yeah. Small
Black
blonde brother
Hayate.
with metal arm and
No leg. And
suit of armor
big
guy
brother.
Metal brother nga. This is the
with
metal
the kid
brother.
voice.
So if you're a fan
Metal.
of FMA, you might wanna check this out. It's gonna be a co-op game.
Mhm.
So cooperative board game players take on roles of the iconic characters. So you destroy the mannequin soldiers, homunculi, reverse transmutation circle. Oh, that's why. That's why they're right there in the middle. So you
Mm,
can also
Spoilers ba
play
yun? Huwag mo
solo.
spoil yung mga tao.
No, it's in the description. You can also play solo or 2 to 4 players. So it also has
mm.
novice, hard, and ultimate for the
Mustang ang
difficulty.
pasimulot ng
Novice,
Finger
hard, and
Hearts.
metal difficulty.
Metal, hardcore metal difficult. There, see, Mustang ang pasimo finger. Oh yeah, when he snaps his fingers with his combustible um
You
glove,
know
whatever.
what FMA is to me now? FMA to me is the meme. Alam mo yung meme na popular sa FMA?
Which one? The
yung,
dog,
Oh, yeah.
yung dog.
right? No, that's a
Yeah.
very sad thing.
I know. It's a sad, but you know, the internet has taken over.
Right.
Has
It's the
kind of made it
saddest thing
Exactly.
like,
ever. The
ay,
saddest thing
nako.
ever. Never
That's
mind.
what I
So
remember.
there you go. And I think there are rumors. If you're a fan of FF, there's gonna be a Final Fantasy. They're just rumors. There's gonna be a Final Fantasy board game. They don't know yet
It
which
depends
one.
on which franchise of the Final
They
Fantasy, I
don't know
guess.
yet
Yeah,
which
because the
one,
huge franchise
but
yung
they're
Final
trying to
Fantasy.
develop one.
Mm.
So there you go. If you're a fan of FMA, hey, check this out. All right. My gosh, we should have stayed in space because we're going back.
Still
We're
going
going
back.
back to space.
Are we?
And we're back,
Oh no.
guys.
We're back.
One of the better known deck
Oh, wait lang
builder
guys.
board game.
Merong trivia si Morgan, yung si Roy Mustang daw yung OG Korean finger na heart. So,
Yeah, when he does this, right in the middle.
Yeah.
so dinemo mo talaga. Sorry,
Right,
anyway,
natin
go
yung
on, Ron.
dinemo.
Sorry, back to space. Back to space.
Sorry. Hey, stop it. Okay, Renegade Games. Okay, go on, Rob.
All right, so Renegade Games is releasing another expansion to their Clank in Space board game. It's called Clank in Space Adventures, Pulse Arcade. Ayan. So actually, if you look at the actual packaging itself, the meeples are now on bikes,
What?
motorbikes. Yeah, look it up.
Space,
Look it up.
While
space
in
bikes, right?
space.
Space bikes.
No, I think it's Pulse
Like
Arcade. The
biker
thing that
mice.
they're trying, it's more of Tron. I think that's what they're trying
Oh, okay.
To meme on this one.
to meme on this one. Because if you're not familiar with Clank or Clank in Space, they reference other like IPs.
Sci-fi franchises, no?
Right.
Yes, for Clank in Space, it's sci-fi. For Clank, it's more on on the
Fantasy.
fantasy, right? So yeah, so I'm excited to see which franchises they're including in this Clank in Space Pulse
Easter
Arcade
eggs.
expansion. Yeah, Easter eggs, because most of their cards are based on actual
Right.
characters in different. That's what's
See,
interesting for this game. Ayan,
Mr.
so
The cat.
yes, go.
The cat is Doctor in Clank in Space he's Doctor Evil, right? The cat is
Mm,
Doctor
yes,
Evil
yes,
from that Cats versus Dogs movie. They were
yes.
trying to rank it
Oh,
out.
really?
Mm, mm. So, yan. So in Pulse Arcade, there'll be new modules, I think, being introduced, wherein there's new ways for you to get your
My gosh.
artifacts out of the ano, out of the spaceship basically.
My
So
gosh.
yeah, it never ends. The
Clank
innovation in Clank,
in
right?
Yeah, I
So
love it, man. I love it.
space.
but we love
I
it.
just read
We
the theme. I just read the theme. In Pulse
Yeah.
Arcade, you attempt to set high scores on Lord Radicus's
So it's an
collection
arcade.
vintage arcade
It's a
cabinets
it's a
facing
pinball.
Yeah,
music.
exactly.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Exactly. So it's a nice addition to Clank in Space.
But I'll be honest, I
Plus,
haven't played all of the Clank stuff yet. But we need to catch up, man. Just Clank.
yeah, we need to catch up on this. Maybe our next game day.
Clank.
Let's
Clank
bring
all
out
the
the
way.
Clank in Space.
Long
Yeah.
game.
So that's it. Clank in Space. Use Pulse Arcade. If you already have the previous expansions, might as well add this one to your
Might
base.
as well
Okay.
add it. Nabili mo na eh.
Oh my.
Add to cart.
Naka-invest ka na. Might
Right.
as well.
You're dive
Yung
deep.
Smash Up.
Dive deep.
Hanapin niyo yun. Hanapin
So
niyo yung Smash Up.
that's the new standalone expansion for Clank in space. It has exclamation
Space.
points right there. So you can
Right.
read. All right.
In
So
space.
our final news started out as a chismis.
You
It
thought it
started
was
out as a
chismis.
chismis
Oh,
for the
wait.
past few
Si
days.
Ronnie tsaka si Danny might be like tingling right now. Chismis.
Excited Ronnie and excited Danilin. But it started out as chismis, but Jake
Marites.
confirmed it today. So Jake, what is this about?
I guess you thought it was chismis
Oh, what?
because they
Really?
started by teasing this on the with social media content creators. I guess last week, with Quackalope,
Mm.
with Alex, what's his last name?
Board Game Co.
Board Game Co. I forget his last
Mm.
name, but Board Game Co. and Quackalope, and even Dice Tower were given this miniature to preview for the 50th
Mi-
campaign. Yes, I know the ridiculousness of it, but the
Yeah,
50th campaign
irony is not
of
lost.
Simon. So actually, this is special. That's why they're hyping it, because
Mm.
Okay.
we've actually gotten to the point that Simon has 50 Kickstarters now. And so they're doing
Right.
something special for their 50th
Because
Kickstarter. And they
they
gave
made
this.
chaos their store.
Yeah, exactly. And they are previewing this zombified Galactus.
My
And I
gosh.
know the ridiculousness of it. It's not a miniature. It's about the same size as the Cthulhu that they had for the
No,
Cthulhu
I
Get
think Cthulhu
Bigger.
is bigger.
It's bigger.
I think it's around 2.5 or almost 3 feet.
Why not
Yung
nominate
Cthulhu.
this?
Yeah, I
Why
think
not
Wow.
so.
nominate this in the Strong Museum?
So because
Right?
sand is so much cheaper. You don't have to, right? Sand is just outside. But anyway, so the
But wow,
game,
50 Kickstarters, huh?
yeah,
50
exactly, 50
Kickstarters.
Kickstarter.
My gosh.
So people figured it out. What their next Kickstarter was going to be was Marvel Zombicide. So Marvel
Ah,
Zombies
Zombies, right.
specifically, because if you're not familiar, Marvel has this separate universe, like an alter what if
Right.
universe, wherein
Mm.
everybody, the heroes, most of the heroes became zombies because of this like
Mm-hmm.
interdimensional disease plague that came into that universe. So Captain America
Mm-hmm.
became a zombie,
Spidey
Captain
became a
Marvel
zombie.
became a zombie, Hulk became a zombie, but they're like sentient zombies, so they can still use their power. You can still negotiate with them. That's the background of that's written by Robert Kirkman, by the way, for people who are not familiar. So Robert
Mm-hmm.
Kirkman also wrote Walking Dead. So he
Mhm.
Walking
was
Dead.
the man behind
Zombies.
that zombie universe in Marvel. So Simon is taking that
Exactly.
IP and mix and applying that on their Zombicide universe. So they're gonna be releasing Marvel Zombies as their 50th campaign. And they kind of talked about the gameplay already in their live stream they had like I think 2 days ago. You are going to play as the zombified heroes. So it's like a
Oh, okay.
reversal of what you do in Zombicide. They're killing zombies. In this one, you're playing as the zombified heroes, and you are trying to eat the non-infected heroes.
Just like Marvel
Mm,
Zombies.
Just like
Right.
Marvel Zombies. So, yung swarmy aspect of Zombicide, where there's like a swarm of zombies, that's gonna be taken care of by having like groups of shield soldiers, things like that. Parang gano'n yung gagawin nila. And
mm,
then, yung other heroes na kalaban mo, they can be like big abomination type bosses, yung other heroes, na meron silang special
mm,
abilities.
Of
Na if you
course.
actually eat them pa, sinabi nila, if you eat them, you gain special abilities, you become a more powerful zombie, parang gano'n. So
mhm.
I think I'm lagging. Am I lagging?
No, no,
Uh,
no.
Not really.
okay,
You're good.
No, no,
okay,
no.
cool. But anyway, that's Marvel Zombies. They haven't announced when the campaign will happen, but I know everybody's had Zombicide up to their necks already. But what do you guys think about this? It's Marvel, it's Zombicide.
It's Marvel
It's
and zombies.
Simon's 50th Kickstarter. It has to be Zombicide. If any other title was made for their
It's a full
50th
it's a full
anniversary,
circle thing,
50th
right?
Kickstarter,
It
I
started with
was kind of
Zombicide.
hoping
that
it
is
will be something else because we're not fans of Zombicide, you and me, but
Yeah,
some
but
people are.
wow.
again,
Zombicide,
how
that's like
many zombicides can you have? Do you need?
Well,
it's
enough
not
Zombicides to get their 50th campaign.
exactly. There are
No, but
enough
I'm
universes
not the
to
market.
put
I'm not the market.
yeah,
into
exactly.
Zombicide.
Obviously
We
we're in the
have not.
minority here, guys. It's like we can like talk
Yeah,
about Zombicide as like being too excessive at this point, but you can't argue
Or
with
Marvel for that
success. You
matter.
can't argue with
you can't
success, man.
argue with figures.
You can argue with figures. You
It
can't argue with
sells.
zombies. Literally, you cannot argue with zombies because they're
Yes, you
dead.
cannot
Zombies or
argue
bust.
with Simon zombies.
But
They
actually,
have
uh, go on, Ron.
yeah, so they actually made a way for us to to play the other side, but still
Yes.
being exactly still being the heroes.
Yeah, but they
You're a
kind
hero of
of
zombie
they
versions.
kind of hinted anyway because they know people were gonna be like saying, but we want to play as the hero, so they kind of hinted there's like a reverse way to play it also as the
Yeah,
heroes.
It's
yeah.
You
never
know it's
mind.
coming, right? You know what Simon's style is, right? They're gonna have like 50 ways to play their game and 50
This is like the
expansions.
perfect. This is like the perfect partnership for like Disney, coming into board games, and then here's Simon producing more plastic than
Oh my
ever.
gosh.
2 feet of
Ba't parang,
plastic,
ba't parang galit
guys.
ka? Ako happy ako.
Guys,
Happy ako, excited ako. Manood ako
just
kay
buy
mamaya.
it,
Excited ako.
buy it, and display it.
You know you'll buy it, right? So
Exactly.
people
Si
are gonna
Ron
buy it.
probably
It's like,
not, but
okay,
I'm weaker when it comes
I
to
won't.
Marvel IPs.
Marvel.
I
Yeah.
love Marvel IPs, man. It's like,
My gosh.
man, this is so
Hi
annoying.
Harold, and also
Yeah, this
hi
is
to Jacqueline.
this is so annoying because you're gonna buy it.
I know, it's like, man, now, wala na, parang sunk cost na. Ngayon pa lang, ina-accept ko na. Sunk cost na.
You're gonna be biting $180 worth of stuff, plastic stuff,
Let's report on it once it's out.
or more.
Let's see what they have. What they have in store. Let's report on it. But right
Alright.
now,
Oh, another tier list for for our new show.
Zombicide
Zombicide.
tier list.
zombie side tier list. Oo nga, pwede. Oh,
Okay.
lat F, gano'n.
So so those are the new board game announced games that came out this second half of November, and maybe even like we reported for third quarter of 2022. So you have an idea of the things that will be coming out or are already out or will be out really soon. So if you have other news
Mhm.
with regards to board game announcement, please let us know. And right now,
Yep.
we're gonna go to our crowdfunding roundup.
Last,
Yeah.
Cool.
So, in a weird state of things, there's not a lot of exciting crowdfunding games out there, but well, let's just try to. I
The
found one
exciting
though.
ones are still ongoing, right? Like Steam Up.
Yeah. So
We
everybody
reported
knows
on it
already
already.
of the previous one. So which are actually doing good. So thanks to us three. Yeah. Goodness of
hype machines.
Hey, we have Morgan. We have Morgan who's gonna buy all the things that we show
but yeah,
in
so
crowdfunding picks.
basically we have one which is Pathfinder. It's kind of
I can
different. So
stream
let
it.
me show you first the stream. Can you please stream?
Okay, I'll add it there.
Technical
Cool.
difficulties.
Ancient entity. An epic challenge. The ultimate ordeal to select a champion. The arena.
Whoa! Arena.
Arena.
You are trapped inside.
Why do I feel like these are the Arcadia Quest styles and they just use it?
This is gonna catch Kio's attention. Kio and Clint.
Something is watching you in the darkness.
It's a cow watching you in the darkness.
Something is watching it. It's
Cow.
a
Change the arena
It is a cow.
Unleash the monster's wrath on your unaware opponents. Improve your
Hey, nice
skills and
pig.
obtain new feats
Nice
and
pig.
spells to face the increasingly harder challenge. Destroy the monsters.
I'm a fan of the
Rise above
Pathfinder
your
art. Some people
opponents
don't
and
like
force
it.
the
Yung parang
arena to set
anime-ish
you
style
free.
nila. Ako, I like it.
And save the others from falling into forgetfulness.
What was that last line?
Forgetfulness.
Yeah.
Paizo nga. It's from Paizo.
It is from Title. All right.
Nice.
So basically, that's Pathfinder Arena. So it takes a spin on the Pathfinder series. Basically, if you're not aware, Pathfinder is we can say it's a deck building game, correct?
Yeah, no.
Jake can,
No, originally Pathfinder is
Dual decks.
is an RPG.
yeah, it's an RPG. Yes, yes. But the
You're
game,
talking about the yung parang I don't know yung recently released board game. Not recently, but a couple
Yes.
of years ago. Board game.
yeah,
diba?
it's a couple of years ago. Kasi I've noticed there are also a number of expansions to that
My
Pathfinder
gosh.
game. So another
Yeah.
tier there.
More bloat.
But yes. So
Tier
if you're not
maker.
familiar, if you're not familiar with Pathfinder, it used to be an RPG, translated into a deck building game. Um, But in Pathfinder Arena, instead of working together, it's more of a PvP gameplay, wherein you have hero specific decks actually, which is nice. So asymmetrical powers, wherein you try to defeat monster to gain points and also manipulate. Actually, you can manipulate the board. If you can see a while ago, the minis are
It
actually
moves, right?
moving
Like
along.
you can
Yeah,
push, the tiles are
along
getting
with the
pushed.
board. Yes.
Hmm.
So you actually augment the board as well to parang use uh the AI monsters basically to hit your opponent. So it's not just
Oh,
you
okay.
hitting them, but also you use the monsters on the board. So halimbawa, if you think that you can't defeat it as of the moment, you can just redirect it to another player basically. So
Hmm.
yeah, so there's a lot of angles to this game. So Pathfinder Arena is up on Kickstarter. If you like
November
minis,
23,
I
right?
guess, I guess
yeah,
Started, yeah.
hence the
and
arena name because you're kind of
Mm.
like
yeah,
using the what do you call it, the environment, their advantage, the
yeah,
arena environment.
basically the arena, you have your board, you're stuck there, and you're basically dueling it out with other players. But
Figs are really
yes,
good. Look
yeah,
really
figs
nice.
figs are good, and I'm sure the lore is already set out. I mean, already set
It
up
is.
for this game, right? So, Pathfinder
I,
Arena, if you're interested in a PvP kind of game wherein you augment the board, you change the board. You if you also like asymmetrical powers with your games, this will be perfect in your spot. So,
I feel like this will
Pathfinder.
be popular just because Pathfinder is popular and you will have minis here. So you can
Yeah,
also just use the minis if you like the
and
RPG.
there's yes, and there's also your RPG aspect in the game wherein you improve your stats. And
Yeah.
one catch that they are actually highlighting in their Kickstarter is that dueling is diceless. So
Hmm.
Ooh.
um so less
Is it
random.
cards? You're using cards?
Yeah, you're using cards and you're using your basic stats basically. So
Interesting.
compare, yeah.
Cool.
Interesting how it's going to play out, right? So there you have it. Pathfinder Arena, it's up on Kickstarter. Back it now, guys. So
All right.
hopefully we can get our own
We're not
copy.
getting paid now. We're not getting paid.
We're
Just
not
Join
you
getting.
na.
know.
Tara na.
But yes,
Shopee.
All right. So thank you, Ron, for the roundup for the crowdfunding news. So that's our news for the second half of November, and maybe something caught your eye, and you're interested, you can check it out. All right. And for the next few, it's Thanksgiving weekend, guys, and
It is.
in
mhm,
Variable Play we have other shows coming in, and right after this one is Open Game Night at
mhm.
9:30. And tomorrow at 9 p.m., Monkey Plays will be unboxing Dream On. I have no idea what that is, but I wanna see what that is. And
Dream, dream.
and on Saturday, the Tados, our friends, the Philippine Tados, will have their monthly show at 8
Mhm.
p.m. And their topic is Wag Maging Tado.
These guys are not only talented painters, they're
They're
like
really good
hilarious
playing with words,
also.
right?
And I mean, I
Cool.
love these guys. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think it's things that you're not supposed to do when you're painting or as a customer. I forgot
Mhm.
what, but if you're interested, especially in the painting and miniatures of your and the figs, you might want to check them out. On Sunday at mornings at 8 a.m., you have Ron with Solo Brawl. If you want to get fit
Mhm.
and if you want to see how you can incorporate board games, you might want to check him out at 8 a.m.
Mhm.
And at 9 p.m., it's going to be Javi with Sunday Night Magic. I
Magic!
think Crimson Vow, right? Crimson Vow is
Crimson
the
Vow is the
newest
new
set.
set. It just came out last week, I think.
Yes.
So yeah.
I think Javi talked about it a little bit, di ba? Last
Mhm.
week.
Yeah,
But
in his
I'm not
last
sure.
episode,
It's gonna be
he
about
talked
Crimson Vow
about the
again.
EDH cards in Crimson Vow, and I think
Crimson
they,
Vow.
if you want to check that out, they play EDH. They talk about the new set. Javi show
Cool.
is awesome.
So
Yep.
there you go. That's the news. Thank you for joining us. And again, if you have news, just send it to us at Variable Play page. hey guys, we have news. You might want to check it out. Check it out. We're
Or
gonna look at it.
chismis. We're
Or,
adding a new.
or cheese.
Or chismis.
Or
We're
who
like
got.
that.
Or who got.
Yeah.
We're flexible
Non-
as long as it's news.
Non-verifiable information. Ready to go.
Non-verified. You know who to look for.
As long as it's news, you can send it to us. So, as always, thank you for joining us. I'm Denmark.
I'm Jake, still sitting down and reporting the news.
I'm Ron having my mini massage.
Where is your mini massage happening?
All right.
What?
So, oh, cool.
Oh, awesome. That's why parang nakakatulog ka pala kanina nag-report ka.
So,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us and see you again in 2 weeks as we report on the first week
Yep.
of December. So,
December na!
yes, it's Christmas season.
Birth-
Guys.
Birthday month.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.
Good
Bye guys.
night.
Thanks for joining us. Bye guys.
Bye.